Going back, welcome back. So today we're gonna speak about something else, another topic. We're gonna talk about sacrifices. Yeah, sacrifices. You name it. How many of us don't make sacrifices in our life? At least once in a week. Most of us do it, but I just want to emphasize on it because at times we don't make sacrifices at the right times. Maybe we miss out on those. Maybe we just care for ourselves. But not every time, but there are moments when we do that. And I just want you all to emphasize on that because we gotta make sacrifices a lot. Because no matter what, we all know the life on earth is not important. We are aiming at the life in heaven. And whatever sacrifice we make, they do count, man, every one of them. Because no matter what, our Lord sees that. Even if the rest of the world, the entire universe, the entire existence doesn't see it, our Lord knows every sacrifices that we make. So it's very important to make sacrifices every single time. Especially if you are just even grown up, you are mature enough to understand things, then you must make sacrifices. Without that, life is meaningless every time. For example, you want to go for a movie tonight, but somehow your sister has an exam, but so some of you try to go alone or maybe go with your friends instead of the planned trip that was supposed to go with a family, and you just avoid that and go with your friends, and your sister becomes sad, and that's not a sacrifice. Instead of you just drop the movie and just sacrifice it for your sister, and that will make life meaningful. God sees every bit of it, man, and there will be rewards. Trust me, everyone will be rewarded, and might we don't know how or when, but we will be rewarded. That's for sure, because Lord sees it, and our God does see every bit of it, and sacrifices can be in many different ways. Maybe we sacrifice a favorite food, maybe sacrifice a movie or some sort of thing that we want to go on a trip, or maybe sacrifice like you just drop out the course, you drop out a job to get something else. So meaningful sacrifices, not just don't do sacrifices that are not meaningful at all, because that's not something that God sees. That's completely insane. No, not like that. You drop out a job because you don't like it. Not like that. Then you gotta. Especially when you definitely are in need for a job and you drop out it. That's not meaningful at all. But there are meaningful sacrifices, like what I said. You don't sacrifice your food, or you sacrifice your time. You sacrifice sometimes your friend needs some help, so you just sacrifice a little bit of your entertainment, like watching a cricket match or something, and you just help him out, and he's so happy with that. You don't know how much it feels. Rather than watching a cricket match, it's the happiness that you get. It's beyond every bit of it. So that's what I'm saying. Sacrifice is so much important. Very, very important. Without sacrifices, life definitely is meaningless. And I keep on emphasizing on it. Our Lord wants it. We all want it. So sacrifices are so much important. And you spend a little bit of your time, your meaningful time. Sometimes you might be on a busy schedule. You're busy with your job, and you are having very less time. But what if you even use a very less time to spend time for someone who needs that time, who desperately needs your help, or desperately want that, or make them, they don't know the amount of happiness that they are going to get when you use that time, or you will lose that time. That's for sure. Time is not going to return. But when you do it, when you sacrifice that, you don't know the amount of happiness that you're gonna get. Even it's just beyond words to describe. I don't know. You ought to do it by yourself. Yes, I did have a lot of experiences like that. Despite I wanted to study for exam, but I said no, I don't want to study. I just kept some time off it, and I just decided to spend or do. And your parents tell you to go outside and buy some whatever the necessary food or grocery items or whatever it is. You don't have time, but you still do it because you just don't want to make them do this. You just want to help them, and you're very happy at it. You're happy that you could do it, despite you lost your time to study for the exam. And guess what? What happened was I spent time to help them, and I knew that I would lose my time and I would not get it back. But what happened was I was able to study for the exam very well. Very well. I got the time somehow, some way or the other. I don't know. Maybe I understood the concepts very well. All thanks to God. Because, like what I said, you will be rewarded no matter what. God sees every bit of sacrifice that you make, we all make. So, sacrifice is very, very important in our lives. Every single thing that we sacrifice, our Lord sees it, and we are rewarded. Trust me. So that's all I have to say here. So I'm concluding, and we'll see you another day. So make sure you try your best to make meaningful sacrifices every single time possible. That's so important, and that will make a person's life. It will brighten up. It will give him a lot of happiness, and it will give you a lot of happiness. So that's all. Thank you very much.